What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Hope you're doing well, feeling great, and enjoying freedom. It's a great day to have a great day. Today, we're going to be talking a little bit about silver and gold, mostly gold. I want to talk about a gold stacking concept that I personally came up with back in, I believe, 2020. I was running with it for a while. I got 60% of the way done with the mission that I set out to accomplish, and then I canceled the mission and replaced it with something else, which we're going to be talking about today. We're going to get into it, but really quick, just in case you're new, make sure to subscribe for a bunch of videos. Subscribe to my second channel for bonus videos, and follow me on social media at Mykie DYDSS across all platforms. 4 super quick things before we fully dive into the video. Number 1, get yourself some DYDSS merchandise to help support the channel. We have the brand new It's a Great Day to Have a Great Day t-shirt and coffee mug. DYDSS store will be linked in the description. 2, if you haven't already, try out some Celsius Energy. That's right, it's a healthier alternative to the other energy drinks out there. You can get a 12-pack variety pack on Amazon right now. I will leave an affiliate link in the description so you can try out the different flavors. 3, if you're not already investing and you would like to start investing, make sure to download Webull and fund your account. They're going to give you some free stocks just for doing so, and they make it really easy for a new investor to start investing because of how simple it is to navigate around and learn on the app. I am still looking to help 3 people before the end of the month learn about the stock market and help them kickstart their investment portfolio. So if you want to be one of the 3, please reach out. We will link in the description. 4th and finally, if you need any silver or gold stacking supplies, whether it be airtight capsules or tubes, anti-tarnish paper, mini lock boxes, currency sleeves, microscopes, the list goes on, any and all stacking supplies and any and all prepping supplies will be linked in the description for your convenience. Okay, so today, as I am filming this video, it is Easter Sunday. As this video is going to be coming out, it will be Easter Sunday. Happy Easter, everybody, if you're watching this present day. Pretty much 100% of my videos, except for this one, are pre-recorded. I film them a day in advance, sometimes 2-3 days, a week in advance, and I schedule them to post just to make my week a little bit easier. Well, this week in particular was the most chaotic week of the year I've had so far. And I fell very, very behind on videos. So I'm filming this one and I'm posting it today. And then while I'm on my little break over here, I'm going to try to film at least another 1 or 2 just to kind of make tomorrow and hopefully the next day a little bit easier. I'm sitting out back the parking lot right now. I covered a shift for somebody today, early this morning. Now I have about a 2.5 hour break before my shift begins. So I drove on over here, got myself a little drink. Anyway, so today I wanted to talk about and primarily focus on gold. I am going to get a little bit into silver shortly, a little bit later in the video, but sitting here on screen, you can see I have a nice little variety. I do have some silver on screen, obviously. I have the 10-ounce silver bull bar. I have the Type 2, Type 1 silver eagle, silver buffalo, a bag of 90%. And we also have some fractional gold. We have not all of my fractional gold, but a good portion of it. We have the 1/4 ounce Philharmonic. We have a 10th ounce Maple, Britannia, Philharmonic, Maple, Eagle, Philharmonic, Britannia, Krugerrand, and Kookaburra. So, for those of you who have been following the channel for at least 4 or 5 years at this point, you're probably familiar with a gold stacking idea that I came up with. Obviously, we like gold, same way we like silver, and if you are intending to stack gold, the primary focal point is just to simply get as much gold as you can get your hands on. Gold is slightly more out of reach than silver is. Silver, as far as I'm concerned, is dirt cheap, $32 an ounce spot price. Gold, on the other hand, $3,200, $3,300 per troy ounce. So even getting gold on a fractional level, it's going to be over $300 a piece for a 10th ounce piece of gold right now. Well, back in 2020, when I came up with this concept, that wasn't the case. Back in 2020, gold was quite a bit cheaper than it is today. And it was still significantly more than silver was. So silver, it's pretty easy. You want to get, 5 ounces of silver? You can do so fairly easily, and you can get 5 different little 1-ounce silver coins if that's what you want. If you want to get a piece of gold, you got to kind of save up for it, even if it's on a fractional level. Even a fractional gold coin is going to run you hundreds of dollars. And if you bump it up, kick it up a notch to the 1/4 ounce denomination, it's going to run you even more. A 1/2 ounce denomination, which I don't even own a 1/2 ounce gold coin, even a 1/2 ounce gold coin is going to run you over $1,500. At this point, over $1,600. So if you want to stack gold, it's easier to do so on a fractional level, but even on a fractional level, you got to save up for it. Nobody's, going to pull $1,600, $1,700, $1,800 out of their pocket and say, hey, yeah, give me a 1/2 ounce of gold. You got to save up for it. You got to wait a little while. Silver is for the impatient. Silver is for the people that want it, and they want it now. And they can very easily get it now because it costs less than $40 to get yourself a troy ounce of silver. So silver is easier to get your hands on. Gold, got to save up for. Being that gold is something that we have to be a little bit more patient with ourselves and our finances with, I came up with a concept that not only, well, I shouldn't say made gold stacking fun, because stacking gold is fun regardless of how you're stacking it. But I thought of a way that made it even more fun. See, back in 2020, I came up with an idea. Because initially, I was switching just back and forth between eagles and maples, 10th ounce denomination. My very first piece of gold was a little 1 gram gold bar, and then that was very early in the stacking game for me. That's before I really understood premiums and how they work. And I started to understand that the larger the denomination, the smaller the premium is going to be. Sure, the premiums on 10th ounce pieces are still going to be up there, but more fair than the little 1 gram pieces. And I didn't want to go bigger than 10th ounce at the time. So I picked up a gold eagle, 10th ounce. After that, I picked up a 10th ounce maple. Then I went and got another eagle again, then another maple, then another eagle, then another maple. And that's just how I was doing it. Until I came up with an idea. And I called it the International Troy Ounce of Gold. If you've been following for 4 to 5 years, you probably know what I'm talking about. It's a concept I called the International Troy Ounce of Gold, and fairly simple. 10 different 10th ounce gold coins from 10 different countries. So we have the Canadian Maple Leaf, the Austrian Philharmonic, the American Eagle, the British Britannia, the South African Krugerrand, and the Australian Kookaburra. So that's 6 right there. We'll come back to the 1/4 ounce in just a moment. But 6 10th ounce gold coins. I was working my way up to 10 from 10 different countries. So what could I have gone with next? Potentially an older panda, Chinese panda. Maybe the Korean tiger is a good one. What else could we have gone with? I'm drawing a little bit of a blank off the top of my head, but point being is that Mexican Libertad, that brings us up to 9. And then, who knows? Why am I drawing a blank off the top of my head? This happens every time. I can only think of 9. Anyway, I was 60% of the way there. And I could have very easily kept it going. And part of me still wants to, because nothing irritates me more than not finishing something that I started. Unless, of course, financially, it makes more sense. So I got 60% of the way done with my International Troy Ounce of Gold, and this was kind of a big topic, especially in the Precious Metals VIP Club, which, by the way, if you're not a Precious Metals VIP Club member, I will leave a link in the description. It's the name of my Patreon page. All it costs is $1 to become a member, and you can access all of my videos early. It's off of YouTube, so you don't have to deal with YouTube ads. Sometimes I post like bonus exclusive content right there in the Precious Metals VIP Club. Whoops, there goes my Celsius. But if you want to become a VIP club member, that link will be in the description. I used to do a lot of live streams, like 2-3 nights a week. I'd be doing live streams and stuff like that. Maybe I'll bring that back soon. But anyway, it was a big topic there, the International Troy Ounce of Gold. And I talked about it so much and I was so into it. A lot of people listened to the idea and they're like, hey, I want to do that too. And a lot of people started doing it as well. A lot of people worked their way up to a full International Troy Ounce of gold. 10 different 10th ounce gold coins from 10 different countries. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool idea. Especially if you're just going to do 10 and be done, and then, focus on larger denominations again. Sure, maybe, pay the higher premiums for the 10th ounce pieces just for the fun, and then move back up to, quarter ounce, half ounce, full troy ounce gold coins, rounds or bars. But I got 60% of the way there. And for some strange reason, 2020, maybe 2021, I was thinking about it and I was like, you know what? I kind of want to get something bigger, just to spice things up. Let me just get one little quarter ounce gold coin. See how I like it. Try it on for size. So I did. I shopped around and I decided I wanted to go with the Philharmonic. The Austrian Philharmonic. It's just a gorgeous coin. Silver or gold. It's just a beautiful work of art. Flip it over. Just such a nice coin. So I went with the quarter ounce Philharmonic. And as soon as I did that, I really started to understand the premium. Well, I mean, I understood the premiums to begin with, but as soon as I got myself a quarter ounce gold coin, I couldn't figure out a way to go back to the 10th ounce. I was like, you know what? If I'm going to do gold, I kind of want to stick with the quarter ounce and maybe one day get myself a half ounce gold coin. So that's kind of where I left off. And then moving into 2021, I actually started to, invest a lot more aggressively. And I decided for myself, being that I am on the younger side, I got a long way to go. And silver and gold, at the end of the day, what is it? Wealth preservation for the long term. But being that I'm young and don't have a whole lot of wealth just yet, that means I don't have a lot of wealth to preserve. I should probably build something for myself first. So obviously I kept it stacking over the years, but on a much smaller scale, and I focused on silver. And I invested as aggressively as I could for those couple years, which I'm still doing. But man, that precious metal excitement this year, for whatever reason, it's really come back. And I'm back to the stacking. I'm back to spicing things up, and I'm having fun with it again, which I like. But I haven't gotten any gold this year. And I do want to work my way up to a 1 ounce gold coin. And I'm going to be going with a gold buffalo. Reason for this is because for the last 7 years, I have had my eye on that coin, the 1 ounce gold buffalo. It has been calling my name for 7 years. And I never got one. I could not bring myself to fork over that much cash for just one coin. See, for me, at the time, for the last, 7 years, I'd been saying to myself, and I had been saying in so many videos, that for me personally, I would much rather have 2 half-ounce gold coins, 4 quarter-ounce gold coins, or 10 tenth-ounce gold coins than 1 1-ounce gold coin. And the reason I said this was because I viewed the 1 ounce gold coin almost like a $100 bill. Would you rather have a $100 bill? Or would you rather have a couple 20s or a couple 10s or a couple of 5s? Personally, I'd rather have a couple of the smaller denominations than a $100 bill. Because in the event of, speaking of cash now, in the event of having to make a quick purchase or like an emergency purchase or whatever, not to say that $100 is going to really, save your life during an emergency, but just for the sake of the conversation, what if you're having a little bit of trouble breaking it? Or what if you run into a store and they don't accept $100 bills or just whatever the case may be. So I would rather have smaller denominations. They're easier to work with, and I always viewed gold the same way. I'd rather have fractional gold. Even though I'm paying a little bit higher of a premium, I was like, you know what, just for the sake of convenience and making my life a little bit more easier in the event where I need to liquidate a little bit, It's easier to get rid of a 10th ounce gold coin, quarter ounce gold coin, if I only need a couple $100 or up to $1,000, as opposed to an entire troy ounce of gold when I don't need an entire troy ounce of gold worth of currency, which right now is over $3,000. What if I don't need $3,000? What if I need $500? So that was my logic behind it. However, this year, I came to a conclusion. Even though I wanted that 1 ounce gold buffalo this entire time, and I always said that I'll make an exception for one eventually. I'll get a gold buffalo, but that'll be probably the only 1 ounce gold coin. I came to a conclusion this year. In the event of a financial situation, on a personal level, I run into some financial hardship, and I'm forced to liquidate, not everything, but a little bit, because the silver and gold at the end of the day, what is it? I like to call it a physical at-home savings account. A lot of people have savings accounts for emergency purposes. A lot of people say you should have 3 to 6 months worth of expenses just in case, set aside in a savings account. A lot of people say that. And it's true. You should have some cash reserves just in case. But the conclusion I came to this year was, why did I say I don't want a 1 ounce gold coin, or I don't want to get 1 ounce gold coins because they're quote unquote harder to break, a troy ounce, than fractional gold, when I quite literally have a whole bunch of silver? Can't the silver just take the place of fractional gold in terms of having it in my possession in the event of an emergency? What am I doing stacking fractional gold and paying higher premiums for fractional gold, saying to myself and trying to convince myself, oh, the fractional gold. And by the way, it's not better or worse. They both have their pros and cons. You just got to figure out what makes more sense for you personally. But the conclusion I came to for myself was, man, I went 7 years saying that, I can justify the slightly higher premiums for fractional gold because in the event where I need to liquidate, I can do so a little bit more easily. Why don't I just remove gold from the equation and just liquidate a little bit of my silver instead? If I need, quick $500, oh my God, there's an emergency. I got silver I could just fork over for that. I don't need fractional gold. I can save currency and get more value for my dollars by saving up and getting myself a larger denomination. I say it all the time about silver as well. The larger the denomination, the smaller the premium's going to be. Financially speaking, it's better to get 10 ounce silver bars and up. Kilo silver bars, 20 ounce, 50 ounce, 100 ounce silver bars. Technically, financially speaking, that is the better way to do it. If you're looking to get as much weight, if you're looking to get the silver content for the smallest dollar bill amount, the lowest possible premiums, it's go big or go home. That's the best way to do it if you're looking to save currency. Well, same could be said about gold. Except when we're talking about gold, we're not typically talking about gold kilo bars. Who on God's green earth has the cash for that? 10 ounce gold bars. Who on God's green earth has the cash for that? Not me. I don't even have the cash for a 1 ounce gold coin. I don't even have the cash for a gold buffalo. If I did, I would have gotten it 7 years ago or at some point during the last 7 years. I don't have it. Got to save up for it. Work my way up to it. I got to earn it. But that's the conclusion that I came to. And by the way, I've never parted ways with any of my silver or gold for cash. I've never sold any of my precious metals for currency. I have not run into any financial hardships where I've been backed into a corner and had no choice but to do that. It hasn't happened. Not one time in over 7 years. Not to say that, knock on wood, not to say that something can't happen in the future, but, so far so good. I haven't needed to do that. I haven't needed to sell any of my coins, rounds, or bars for cash. And hopefully I'll never need to. But God forbid something happens and I have no choice. Why not just fork over a little bit of silver if I need less than a troy ounce of gold's worth of cash? I can't believe it took me 7 years to figure that out. And by the way, fractional gold is still awesome. I got nothing against fractional gold. I'm a man on a mission right now. I am working my way up to a gold buffalo. I, at this time, am not interested in any gold at all whatsoever, except maybe a couple of gold backs every here and there just because they're fun to have. But I'm not interested in any coins, rounds, or bars that are made out of gold unless it's a 1 ounce gold buffalo. But on the flip side, another issue I have at this time is that, sure, I'm not interested in any gold unless it's a 1 ounce gold buffalo, but at the same time, to me, it makes a whole lot more sense to be focusing on silver right now. The gold to silver ratio is disgusting. It's 1 to over 100. I think it was 101, 102 last time I checked, the gold to silver ratio. That's absurd. That's insane. That is psychotic right there. So maybe, just maybe, my dollar bills at this time are better off in silver, which is why I'm still continuing to pick up a little bit of silver every here and there, especially now I'm getting myself back on track after I had a little bit of a 1 month setback. Got hurt, but I'm healing up. I'd say I'm about at 80% right now, and I'm back to work. Working crazy hours, by the way. Getting myself back on track, both physically and financially. And we're getting back to stacking, obviously. But I gotta ask myself, does it make more sense? Like, hypothetically, let's just say I had, $3,300, $3,400 right now, cash. And I'm parked outside the coin shop. And I'm ready to go in. Is that $3,300, $3,400 right now? Is it more intelligent to put that into gold? After it just hit a new all-time high for like the 6th time in the last 6 weeks? Or would it be more intelligent to put it into silver? When the gold to silver ratio is 1 to over 100, it recently hit a 12-year high, nowhere close to its all-time high, and has seen a little bit of a pullback since it's touched the 12-year high. So, if I ask you that question, you might have a different answer. If you ask 10 different people, you're going to get 10 different answers. If you ask me right now, I'm leaning towards silver. If I ask Tom over here, he might say silver's the better option. If I ask Maureen, she might say gold's the smarter move right now. If you ask Ray over there, he might say regardless of the price, you should be going 50-50. If you ask Matt, he might say, oh, you have to put it all in Bitcoin. 100% in Bitcoin. Somebody else might say, what are you doing? Save the dollars, you idiot. What are you doing speculating with these coins and digital tokens? Who knows? Everybody has a different answer. But when it comes to the precious metals at this time, as bad as I want that 1 ounce gold buffalo, and by the way, I will get it. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. I don't know exactly when I'm going to get it. I don't have the cash for it, at this time regardless, so I'm not getting it anytime soon. I originally really wanted to get it at some point this year, and maybe I still will. As bad as I want that 1 ounce gold buffalo, in my personal opinion, I think it's more intelligent to focus on silver at this time. And by the way, regardless of which metal you're focusing on, or I'll speak for myself, regardless of which metal I choose to go with, I feel like I'm still winning. I feel like it's a good choice regardless of which I choose. I don't really think there's true losing in the situation. Neither one feels like a bad idea. Neither one feels like a far superior idea than the other. I do think at this time silver probably makes more sense, but I don't think that it's like a crystal clear answer. Like, oh, silver, if you choose silver over gold at this time, it's the worst decision ever. No. Regardless of which I choose, I feel like it's probably the best decision ever right now. That's how I'm feeling. So regardless of which one I go with, I win. The only way I'd lose is if I just chose to sit on the cash and think about it forever. That's how I see it. It's my own personal opinion. It's my own personal stance, my own personal perspective. And I'm curious, what is yours? Head on down to the comments and let me know anything and everything related to today's video topic. If you had enough cash in your hand right now, and you could afford a 1 ounce gold coin, would you get that 1 ounce gold coin? Or would you rather get about 100 ounces of silver, give or take? Maybe a little less because of premiums. Call it 94, 95, 96 ounces of silver. Or an ounce of gold. If you had those two options, which would you pick at this time? Let me know in the comments. If you guys like today's video, please hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new. Subscribe to my second channel, which is my backup channel for bonus videos, and follow me on social media at Mykie DYDSS across all platforms. 4 quick things as we wrap up the video. Number 1, get yourself some DYDSS merchandise to help support the channel. We have the brand new It's a Great Day to Have a Great Day t-shirt and hoodie. Or I'm sorry, not hoodie. Oh my God, what am I talking about here? Coffee mug. Please support the channel. DYDSS store will be linked in the description. 2, if you have not already, try you out some Celsius Energy. That's right, it's a healthier alternative to the other energy drinks out there. You can get a 12-pack variety pack on Amazon right now. I will leave an affiliate link in the description so you can try out the different flavors. 3, there goes the Celsius again. If you're not already investing and you'd like to get started, make sure to download Webull and fund your account. They're going to give you some free stocks just for doing so. And they make it really easy for a new investor to start investing because of how simple it is to navigate on the app and learn. Remember, I am looking to help 3 people before the end of the month learn about the stock market and help them kickstart their investment portfolios. I already have 1 of the 3, so if you want to be one of the 2 remaining, please reach out. Webull link in the description. 4th and finally, if you need any silver or gold stacking supplies, whether it be airtight tubes or capsules, anti-tarnish paper, currency sleeves, mini lock boxes, microscopes, the list goes on. Any and all stacking supplies and any and all prepping supplies will be linked in the description for your convenience. And once again, I want you guys to head on down to the comments and let me know anything and everything related to today's video topic. When it comes to silver versus gold, I mean, it's not really a competition between the two. It's clearly not a competition between the two. But if you had enough currency in your hand right now to get yourself a troy ounce of gold, would you get a troy ounce of gold at this time? Or would you put it all into silver? Let me know in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you in the next one. Don't you dare stop smiling. Peace.